Hi everyone, I'm Steve here with Brian Sanchez. Brian Sanchez, as you probably know, is at the Fitness for 10 in Carson City, Nevada, in our little studio there. If you want to reach out to me, you can get me at stevemain.com for any thoughts or anything that you might want to reach out to me for. And we're going to have fun today. We're talking about Liver King, which everyone's talking about in the last couple days. The guy's brilliant, brilliant piece of who knows what. But we'd love to hear your comments on this. If you're someone that thinks this guy's natural, put it in the comment. I'd like to hear it. So I'm going to say there's less than a 1% chance. There's always, since the emails come out, if you guys don't know, there's been some emails come out telling that, basically exposing Liver King that he's not natural. And could it be fake? Of course, everything could be fake. But I've been doing this all my life, and I can tell that there is less than a 1% chance, less than a 0.5% chance that this guy's physique is not enhanced. So can you 100% prove it? No. But if he's natty, he's a freak. Most likely, he's got a lot of gear going on right now. So welcome, Brian. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this.
Say it ain't so, King. Say it ain't so.
Well,
hey, I want to be addressed as the Spleen Prince from here on out.
All right, Spleen Prince.
Okay.
Do you eat horse nuts?
Only on Fridays. I tend not to during the week, but usually on Fridays, I figure maybe one or two ought to go in.
Well, yeah. I've been taking some liver capsules, and I've been walking out in the snow, even in the grass with my bare feet, and walking out in the snow and eating liver capsule. Look at me, baby. Does it work?
You look rocked. It's working for you. I was outside.
No wonder he's made $100 million selling this stuff.
I'm outside in the weather today, and the temperatures have dropped really, really low. So I exposed myself to the cold. And what I did was I opened the door at the yard, and I jump out in the yard, and then I jump back into the house, and then I jump out in the yard, and expose myself to the cold. And I'm pretty sure I can bench another 50 pounds because of that. Pretty sure I can.
You need to get one of those. You need to get a spleen hat. A spleen.
I do. Spleen Prince. There's only one way to go. You got the Liver King, you got the Spleen Prince. Guess what? It works. I don't know what it is yet. But it works.
You guys watched any of some of our other videos, we're a couple jokers. And so the big controversy, and the guy's brilliant, he's got us talking about it, is that he's selling this product, $100 million worth of product, and swearing to high heaven that he is natural, that he doesn't take any drugs. He just eats horse balls and raw liver, and he walks in the grass, and that's what he does. He's got 9 somethings or ever that will make you look like him. So the big deal is, the reason this has got so many people's attention is because the guy, like I said, I'm going to leave that open. He's less than a 1% chance he's natural, which means he's not. But just swearing, on videos and on camera that I am natural. I would never touch that stuff. The email comes out saying all this stuff that he's taken, supposedly the emails from him. So that's why the kind of spoof here. And, the anger. A lot of people are like, well, we knew he was on drugs in just a matter of time before he got caught. But there you go.
It's funny in a way It's too bad for those who have truly invested themselves into his program. I think the program itself isn't a bad thing. The way he talks about the interesting workouts that he does, his 9 tenets on living and finding a path, if you will, in life, the high protein intake of foods. I'm not a guy that believes in the whole nose to tail theory of eat everything in an animal. He clearly doesn't. I'm not a big fan of eating raw anything. Have I? Sure. I mean,
he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it either.
The idea that this should be a practice, hey, to each his own. And if this is what you want to do and this is what you like, hey, knock yourself out. I know people are upset because they're probably let down if they did believe that he was all natural and that he created his body this way. I'm not going to say anything about the emails in the sense of who they came from because I don't know. I'm taking, what's his name, Derek, who seems pretty legitimate. He's got a great information. He's got a great program that he does, more plates, more dates. These
he knows
guys,
what he's talking about.
Sure. And I think that if people truly looked at it and took it for what it was worth as another program to take a look at, invest what you want, take away from it what you want, you wouldn't be let down. But for those that followed for the purity of his message, I'm sure they're going to be let down. For us that are in the industry that, like him, and he's 10 years younger than me, he's, a few years younger than you. If we have been working out before he has until today, if you will. We've got more hours in the gym. We're both natural lifters.
I was working out before he was born.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We literally don't have that kind of physique. Now, could we? Yes. Now, to his credit, to anybody that chooses to use products that enhance their body, they got to put the work in. There is no doubt in my mind that the Liver King is crushing himself physically to get that kind of build, even with, if this information is factual, even with that information, if he's using those combinations of steroids and human growth hormone, he still has to put the work in to look like that. So, hey, work hard. But I can tell you, I do not believe for a minute that he built his body that way by eating raw organs and taking his,
liver powder,
lower alimentary glands of the cow in a capsule. I don't believe it. And I don't think anybody that has a background in the industry would believe it. So, for everything that's put out there, this is just a great reminder to everybody. Really, really, really look into what you're doing. Really, really, really look into what's being sold to you and truly find out as much as you can. The first time I heard about this guy and I heard Brian Johnson is the Liver King, I thought, why did he quit AC/DC? You know what I mean? I'm thinking that's what I related it to. I didn't relate it to some other guy out there. And you also have to look at this guy in the sense of he's kind of funny.
He is funny.
I mean,
he's
he is like hilarious.
A joke, haha. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I looking at his stuff, I didn't take anything serious.
He's
except
a cartoon.
Yeah. He reminded me of like a Popeye thing, with the big forearms, looking for his spinach, except his spinach is a liver. He takes a bite, yells more, yay, and it attracted people. Hey, he's got a bunch of followers. This guy is making a ton of money off of his supplements. So he's not a fool. What he did worked for him. I'm just feeling bad for those that actually fell in love with the program thinking it was pure.
Yeah,
I mean, that's awful.
Yeah, there's going to be people that are crushed. But look, you take me, I could take all the drugs in the world. I'm not going to look like that. I don't care. You can load me up with Deca, Primobolan, Anavar, Dianabol, Gorilla Biscuits, Test, whatever you want. I'm not going to look like that. And give me 250 grand. That's not going to happen, especially at my age. So this stuff is not magic, but at best it's extremely misleading because you can't hold that definition, that leanness, that amount of muscle without your body being put into a positive nitrogen balance or position to where you can train 2 times a day, where you can train 5-6 hours a day. Otherwise, you can't do that. So this stuff is not magic, but people out there got to know, I don't care what it is, a protein powder. I recommend a lot of different supplements. I don't promote any particular product and I don't make any money on it, but I give my opinion. There's qualities. I'm a big supplement guy, but it's not going to turn you into Hercules. That's not going to happen. And you know what? The drugs will make a difference, but they're not going to turn you into Hercules either. These bodybuilders that have ridiculous bodies, first of all, they have incredible genetics. They're going to be big and huge and lean anyway. And then they're piling the drugs on top of that and the good diet and the supplements. They're doing it all. And they're working their butts off 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yes, they truly dedicate themselves to that lifestyle, and they enhance it with the steroids, HGH, things like that. But they have to work at it. It just doesn't happen. And their diets are impeccable. And I'm not saying that this guy's diet isn't impeccable, but Steve, you got one thing that this guy doesn't, because the word on the street is on the hotness scale, you're like an 8.3 and he's only a 7.1. So you got that going for you. You don't need any of this stuff, and you don't even have to take a bite out of liver for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty darn good looking for a 60-year-old, and I didn't even know that anybody was rating me out there. I didn't.
No, that's what we heard. Somebody said
I didn't even know anybody even knew who I was. I walk into one of my gyms and I walk in like a member. Nobody knows who I am.
I'm pretty sure what I heard was you're a good-looking ham. That's what I heard. So hey, Ham King, there you go.
I like it.
Huh?
My wife thinks I'm really good looking. So anyway, this is running a little long. I want to have you back quickly, and let's pick up on this and keep going about what we think is realistic. So thanks for being with us, Brian.
Everybody take care. Peace. Spleen Prince out.
Hamburger out too.